Contraption Maker here. We'll show off my design on my personal friction bike. I watched a lot of videos on this and then decided to build my own. I started with a GMC Denali road bike, 21 speeds, shifters, twist shifters, and the whole 9 yards. And then I found me a 25cc weed eater motor and decided I was going to mount that to this bike. And I started off with this rack back here, which was just to carry stuff on. I use that as a mounting point for a swing arm here, to which my motor is mounted. I wanted to maintain the rideability of this bike, so I made a system that allows this motor to rise and fall on the wheel, so that if I need to ride it without the motor, I can. This is all controlled by these two bars right here, which are wrapped around this post that goes from the rack down to the bottom of the bike. There is a spring inside this U-channel that is attached to the bars here, which pulls the motor up and down via this cable attached to the left handlebar lever here, and you'll be able to see this go up and down here. The second lever on the handlebar controls the throttle, of course, and that's right back here. I added the two extra springs just to help pull that back, since it is such a long pull for that. The business end is right down here. This was a bike peg I cut off and adapted to fit on the flywheel after cutting some threads on the shaft of the flywheel. I mounted a water bottle carrier to this other strut here. This gives me some extra gas, since it is a 25cc two-cycle engine. I can't just pull into the gas station and buy gas. Again, you can see the wheel here. As of right now, it is not touching the wheel. In this configuration, I'm able to ride the bike just like a normal bike. Well, that's about the gist of the technical end. Why don't we say we hop on here and we'll take a ride. Oh, it is starting to rain, so we're going to try and get this done quickly. We'll go a quarter mile down the road here. Once we get out of the yard, all we'll have to do is pull this handle. Our motor will start. Build up speed on its own. We'll go down the road here about a quarter of a mile. Contraption Maker here again, with a couple of modifications made to my friction bike. As you can see, I've added a second gas tank here, and all I did was simply mount it on my swing arm and bring the hose into the overfill tube of the old tank with a T-barb. The other modification I'm making is I'm changing the controls drastically on the handlebars. This is the old control setup. The top lever is the brake lever, with this being the so-called clutch lever, and of course my twist shifter here. Left me very little room on the handlebar to actually hold on to without holding on to the twist grip full time. The changes that are going to be made is this is an integrated shift brake lever. This will control the shifting of the gears, with this being my brake lever, and installed on the end of the handlebar here will be an inverted brake lever, and this will become my throttle lever on this side, with same thing on the other side for the clutch lever. So these are the improvements that are going to be made. I think this is going to make riding a lot safer. This way was just not safe. As you can see, the brake lever never really tightened up on the handlebar. This looks kind of gnarly right here. It's not just not very professional looking, so I'm going to try and spice it up a little bit. Let you know how it goes when it's all done. Okay, the new mods are on, and they're looking really good, working really well. This is the shifter for the front 3 gears. This is the lever for my clutch control of my motor. On the other side over here, of course, we've got the 7-speed shifter control with the throttle control right beneath it. This is, I've ridden several miles with this configuration now. It's proven to be much safer, much more intuitive to use, because now when you're using this is just like your regular riding position here, so it's coming up for the brakes very naturally. The shifters work very well. They actually work better than my twist shifters did. The only modification I had to make to the back here was I did change the cable position and added a turnbuckle to help adjust my cable stretch as the cable stretches somewhat. But I moved this to the inside and changed where it pulls from. Get a little better downward pull that way and a little less slippage. Well, that's it for the mods on the bike. It's coming along really well. I'm averaging about 135 miles to the gallon. As you see, I did add a second gas tank. Not real happy with the setup. It is leaking some, so I am going to have to try and find a single tank that's a little larger than either one of those. Well, that's it for now. We'll be back with an update later if there is any. Other than that, keep riding.